from the early 2000s to now, we've seen a rapid increase in the cases of black lung among coal miners.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Coal miners did get a small win this last week, though. No thanks to Republicans like Katie Britt and Tim James. The MSHA, the Mine Safety and Health Administration, on Thursday announced actions it is taking to reduce coal miners' exposure to silica. From their announcement, so what is silica is a question. Crystalline silica is a common mineral found in the Earth's crust. Materials like sand, stone, concrete, and mortar contain crystalline silica, and respirable crystalline silica, which are minute particles at least 100 times smaller than ordinary beach sand, becomes airborne during cutting, sawing, grinding, drilling, and crushing stone and rock. And without proper protections, this is still from the Department of Labor's announcement, without proper protections and engineering controls in place, miners can be exposed to dangerous levels of crystalline silica particles, which increases their risk of developing serious silica-related diseases. These conditions include incurable lung diseases such as coal workers' pneumonia, black lung, progressive massive fibrosis, which is the most severe form of black lung, silicosis, lung and other cancers, and chronic obstructive pulmonary disease and kidney disease. So that's what, so silica, very dangerous. It can cause lots of problems. What's interesting about silica, though, is, as it relates to black lung, is that previously the main culprit for black lung was coal dust itself. But in their statement about this new rule that MSHA will be, or about the new action that MSHA is taking, the UMWA points out that coal seams have become deeper and thinner, meaning that miners are cutting through more and more waste rock to get to the actual coal, and the waste rock is high in silica. So, there have been a lot of protections around coal dust, because that was the main culprit before. But now, as we're going deeper and deeper and further into thinner and thinner coal seams, there's kind of new dangers, new causes of black lung, and that's silica. The University of Illinois in Chicago has an interesting article summing up some research on black lung and silica from the last 20 years or so. From that article, before 2005, when the increase was first reported, the increase in black lung, because from the 1970s to the early 2000s, black lung cases decreased dramatically as worker power created more safety regulations in union contracts, and at the federal and state level, cases of black lung decreased rapidly. From the early 2000s to now, we've seen a rapid increase in the cases of black lung among coal miners. And so before 2005, when the increase was first reported, this is from that article from the University of Illinois in Chicago. Before 2005, when the increase was first reported, the incidence of black lung disease had been on the decline since the 70s, when modern coal dust controls were put in place. Subsequent investigations have reported that black lung cases have tripled, and that tenured miners in central Appalachia, which is the epicenter of the disease, have experienced a 10-fold increase in severe black lung disease. That's astounding. So as coal mining changes, we've seen an increase in black lung, necessitating these changes from MSHA, from the Mine Safety and Health Administration. Specifically, the agency says, these are the things that the agency is saying it will do. It'll do more spot inspections at coal and non-metal mines with a history of repeated silica overexposures to closely monitor and evaluate health and safety conditions. They will perform increased oversight and enforcement of known silica hazards at mines with previous citations for exposing miners to silica dust levels over the existing permissible exposure limit. They will implement an expanded silica sampling at metal and non-metal mines to ensure inspectors' samples represent the mines well. They will have a focus on sampling during periods of the mining process that present the highest risk of silica exposure for miners, and they will be reminding miners about their rights to report hazardous health conditions, including any attempt to tamper with the sampling process. So this is all to limit the damage that is done while MSHA comes up with a new standard for silica. They're looking to create a new rule, and so this is all the things that they're trying to do to limit the damage in the meantime. The UMWA is applauding this move, saying in a statement that more than 100,000 coal miners have lost their lives to the effect of black lung, and we've seen a significant rise in black lung cases among younger miners for several years now, said International President Cecil E. Roberts. It is good to know that MSHA is stepping up enforcement of silica exposure as it prepares a new rule for controlling silica dust. We know what causes black lung and how to prevent this deadly disease from stealing the lives of our nation's coal miners. We thank the Assistant Secretary for his leadership on behalf of the miners. So that's some good news.
Nice to get some good news that the government is going to actually be doing what it's supposed to do and enforcing some regulations.
You just saw a clip from the Valley Labor Report. We are live every Saturday morning from 9:30 a.m. till 12:30 p.m. And we pride ourselves on keeping all of our content free to everybody so that we can talk to as many working folks as possible. If you support the work that we're doing, you think that it's important, you think that it's good, then consider making a monthly contribution to the project, and you can do that on our website, tvlr.fm.